Hello and welcome back. This week is going to be a little bit different than normal, and that is because you are taking your Reading Diagnostics this week. You are all familiar with your diagnostics that you take on iReady. You take them 3 times a year, and this is your third and final time to take your diagnostics. Like I said, this will be on iReady, and you will be taking it at home. I have posted just a couple of things on Dojo. I'm going to be posting this video on Connect as well as a video from iReady that kind of gives you some tips and tricks while you're taking your diagnostic this week. Before I jump into any tips and tricks that I have, or some thoughts, some guidelines for that test, I do want you to know that this week you will not have any classwork, you will not have any homework, you will not have any tests. The only goal for this week is for you to take your diagnostic, do your best on it, and have it finished before Friday, May 1st. Monday and Tuesday are going to be your days for reading. I'm going to be opening up your diagnostic for you. When you log on, it's not going to already be there. I'm going to have to open it up for you. I'm going to do that first thing Monday morning. And Monday and Tuesday are going to be your reading days. Wednesday and Thursday are going to be your math days. We kind of split it up like we would normally in school. I wouldn't suggest doing both in the same day, only because they are time consuming. You guys know that sitting at the computer for too long can maybe give you a headache, maybe make your eyes hurt a little bit. So we want you to do your best, and in order to do that, we've broken up the week so that the first part of the week is going to be reading. The second part of the week is going to be math. So Monday and Tuesday are reading, Wednesday and Thursday are math. So when you log on, you're not going to see your math diagnostic right off the bat. Wednesday is when that will be opened up by Ms. Dubosk for you. If you received a message about testing in a small group, make sure that you join those small groups. We will not open that test for you if you've received that message unless you are in the small group, and that's going to be on Zoom. Now, not everyone will be in a small group setting. Our main goal for the diagnostic is to show growth. We want to see how much you've learned over this 3rd grade school year, which we know is a lot. Between math and reading, science and social studies, you've learned a ton as well, but those we don't have diagnostics for. These are the only 2 subjects that we have diagnostics for. I am going to talk a little bit about the reading since that is my area. So what I would suggest before taking your diagnostic is make sure that you have somewhere quiet to take it, a quiet place, a quiet room, maybe headphones if you need them, because you guys know they have those brain breaks while you're taking the test, where you have little games and things to kind of rest your mind for a minute. You want to be able to hear. There might be parts that you have to listen to and then respond on the mouse for the test. So I would make sure that I've got a quiet place to test when you're testing for reading. You want to be really focused and not have any distractions around you, because we want to know how much you've learned and how much you've grown. And if you're distracted, we might not see a true representation of what you have learned and what you know at this point. My other suggestion would be to take your time. Please do not take 6 hours to sit down and take the reading diagnostic. I would not suggest that. Think about the way that we do it in class. We split it up between 2 days normally, which is why we've kind of done that for the test at home. I would normally split it between 2 days, just like that. I would give you about an hour to sit and get about half of the test done, and then we would stop. I would not suggest finishing this test in 1 day. I know it's nice that you are at home and you have that flexibility, and you might think, oh, well, I feel like I can keep going. It's a lot of information. So my suggestion would be to take your time and only finish about 50% of the test on the first day. finish the second half the second day. Down at the bottom of your iReady test, there's going to be a bar, and you guys might remember, and it says My Progress. You can float your mouse over that bar, and it's going to show you about how far along you are. You can watch that as you go question by question to see how far along in the test am I. I'm also going to be watching that from my end. Now, I can't see your individual test, but I can see your progress. So I can see how far along you're going. I can also see if you're rushing. It will flag you. It will have a little flag pop up on my screen letting me know if any of you are rushing, because when you rush, you might not be getting all of the information out that you know and may not be putting forth your best effort. So remember to take your time. Normally, about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour will get you about halfway through. Now, I know that on Dojo, on the school story, it was posted that it could take anywhere from 60 to 120 minutes. That does not mean that you have to spend 60 minutes to 120 minutes. That's just kind of an outline, an idea of how long it could take you. You do want to set aside some time, though, so that you have plenty of time so that if you need to take a restroom break, if you need to get water, if you just need to get up and move away from the screen, walk away for a little bit, that is okay. I would suggest that. When we do the diagnostic in school, that's exactly what I let you do. If you need a break, you have a pause button. You can stop your test. You can click that X up in the top right-hand corner, and it will stop your test, and then you can go back and resume it later. Please, if you feel yourself getting bogged down, stop. Take a break. Even if it's not to use the restroom or get water, just take a break, walk away from the computer for a little bit, let your mind rest, let your eyes rest, and then come back. So making sure that we've got a quiet place, making sure that we're taking our time, and those breaks are going to be really good for you. Another thing about the diagnostic that I want to point out is it is all you. This is all the knowledge in your brain, what you have learned this school year. So even though siblings are home, parents are home, and you're on a computer, please remember that this is all a test of what you know. And if you don't know something, that's okay. That's how these tests are built. We've talked about this before, but remember, the diagnostic kind of meets you where you are. So it's going to give you a question, and if you get it wrong, it might give you a little bit of an easier question. If you get that right, it might get a little bit harder. And it's going to kind of bump up and down until it meets you right at what level you are in vocabulary, phonics, comprehension, all those things that we do all year long. So make sure that you are not receiving help from someone else and that you are not trying to look up any answers. That would be considered cheating. So please, please make sure you're putting forth your best effort. All you can do is do your best and show what you know. Show what you have learned over this school year. I know these last few weeks, 6 weeks to be exact, this is the 6th week of virtual school. I know it's been different. I know it may feel a little scary to take a test when we haven't been in school for a bit, but please remember, Rover is going crazy right now. Please remember, we have already covered all of the 3rd grade standards in preparation for the FSA. So I made sure that we had covered each standard for 3rd grade at least twice before you left for spring break. And that was to prepare you for FSA. And we've still been covering those standards during virtual learning with your classwork, with the novels that we've been reading. We've still been doing those things. And it may not be exactly the same as in class, but we have already covered all of those topics. It is going to talk about things like comparing and contrasting, cause and effect, sequence of events, characters, character traits. It's going to ask you things like that. But just do your best and remember that you have already learned so much. So like I said, I will be watching your progress. If you have questions while you're taking the test, send me a Dojo message. Have your parents send me a Dojo message. I'm going to be on Dojo consistently during Monday and Tuesday, and even Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For those of you that you maybe want to take it Monday and Tuesday and you don't finish Tuesday and you want to keep going on Wednesday, that's totally fine. It really should only take you 2 days, but if you need that extra time, it is going to be open, but it needs to be finished before Friday, May 1st. Before Friday, May 1st, not on Friday, May 1st. So it is going to be all your knowledge, and I know that you're prepared and you're going to do so well. You can see how you performed on your other diagnostic tests on iReady. You can go to the it's where you find your lessons, and it's the same thing. It's like current work, and you can go and you can see how many lessons you've passed, and then you have the option. It's a drop-down menu where you can look at lessons and you can look at diagnostic results. You can look and see how you scored on your other 2 diagnostics, the one in August and then the one in December. Our goal for you is to do better than you did on those first 2 diagnostics. That's our biggest goal. If we can see growth, that is going to be amazing no matter what. I have a lot of faith in you guys. You are such hard workers. You've made me so, so proud over these weeks of virtual learning. I know that this is not an easy thing for you. Right, Rover? I know this is not an easy thing. It's not an easy time for you, but please know that I believe in you. I know you are going to do wonderfully. Can you guys hear his squeaky toy? I promise. He didn't even touch that squeaky toy until I turned the camera on. Crazy. But I know that you're going to do wonderfully. I have faith in you. If you have questions, if you want to talk, if you want to Zoom with me, please let me know. We won't have our normal Zoom sessions this week because our time is going to be dedicated to those small group testing Zooms that we're going to be having with students. So if you want to have a Zoom session, if you have questions, if you feel like you need additional help, please send me a message on Dojo, and I'll definitely get that set up for you. So again, there is no other work this week, no iReady lessons, because you can't complete iReady lessons until you're finished with your diagnostics. No iReady lessons, no iReady minutes. You are more than welcome to take AR tests, to continue to read, to do those practice things. I'm going to be putting up your project PDF on Connect. That project is going to be due May 18th. May 18th. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to make sure that I've got the date up at the top of the project because we've had some kind of movement with dates and all this virtual learning. But May 18th is what it should say on the project PDF. So you've got a few weeks to complete that. You do not have to start that this week, but I am going to put it up so that you have that choice if you want to start it this week. Again, if you need me, please don't hesitate to send me a Dojo message. I can't wait to see you all again, hopefully in a Zoom session at some point this week. If not, a Dojo message. I always respond to those as well. I'm going to be at my computer every day, just like normal. So the only thing that's different is this week, the diagnostic is going to be our main goal. We will finish fried worms next week, and we will have all of the assignments for fried worms up then too. I am going to put the PDF of fried worms on this week, as well as the PDF for Frindle and the Chocolate Touch, because those are the 3 books that you get to choose for your reading project. So if you want to go back and read those, if you want to jump ahead and finish fried worms, I totally understand. I was kind of bummed that we didn't get to finish it this week, but next week we will, and I'm going to have those on Connect for you as well. Please let me know if you have any questions. Good luck. I know you're going to do wonderfully. See you soon.